If this is your first time dipping your toe into the water of PS4 jailbreaking, you'll find that there are a lot of great benefits but also some frustrations to overcome. In this video, you'll learn what it takes to jailbreak your PlayStation 4 on official firmware 7.55 or lower. There's no stone unturned in this guide, and everything you need to know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, is all included. Fire up your PS4. You're about to get your console jailbroken, and we're starting now. Be sure to check the video description for important show notes and updates. You'll also find links and products featured in the video there. Special thanks to my friends over at Palmetto Gaming for helping to make this video possible. Check out their website at palmettogaming.com, and I've got it linked for you in the description and pinned comment below. The first order of business is to disconnect your PlayStation 4 from the internet. I've unplugged the LAN cable here, but either disconnect by unplugging your LAN cable or disconnecting your Wi-Fi on the PlayStation 4. No need having an official firmware version installed that you don't want. Now use the D-pad to navigate up to the top navigation ribbon and select Settings with the X button. In the Settings main menu, use the D-pad to scroll down through the list of choices until you get to the one labeled System. Select System with the X button, and the first thing you'll see in the System menu will be System Information. Select System Information with the X button. Here you'll find the official software version that your PlayStation 4 is currently on, and in this case, this PlayStation 4 is on version 7.02. I'll show you how to upgrade to 7.55 the right way. You can leave your PS4 powered on right here and head to your PC. The PS4 official firmwares list has all of the original PlayStation 4 firmwares available for download. You will need to set up an account on the site and log in order to access the downloads. Since we're doing an upgrade here rather than a complete install on a new hard drive, you'll want to access the ones that are on the list to the far left. Go down to the one that says 7.55 and click on Download. This downloads the update file that you'll need to update your PS4 to 7.55. Insert a USB drive formatted in exFAT format into your computer. In the Downloads folder, you'll find a file for PS4 Update 755.pup. You'll need to rename this file. All you have to do is just remove the version number from the file name. So instead of what you see here, just change it to say PS4 Update.pup. With the file renamed, right-click on it and select Copy. Now navigate to the USB drive that you have plugged into your computer, the one that's in exFAT format. In this example, it's drive F, but it may be different on your computer. Right-click on the root of the USB drive, go to New, and Folder. Name this folder PS4. Then double-click into the PS4 folder, right-click, New, Folder, and name this folder Update, UPDATE. Now double-click on the Update folder, right-click, and paste the PS Update.pup file right here. That's where the PlayStation 4 needs to locate the official firmware in order to do the update. Alright, you're done with your PC at this point. You can close out File Explorer. Then you can safely eject the USB drive from your computer and plug it into your PS4, which should still be on the system information screen. Hey, if you're getting value from this video, make sure you subscribe. You'll get content on leveling up your video game hardware and software through restorations, repairs, mods, product reviews, and other video game content, and we have an incredible group of gamers here. You belong here with us. Smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Alright, let's get back to it. Back on your PlayStation 4, press the circle button to go back in the menus. Use the D-pad to go down one listing in the menu to get to Automatic Downloads and select it with the X button. We don't want the console doing any automatic updates. You're going to be in the driver's seat for this one. Make sure everything in Automatic Downloads is unchecked. You don't want your console to attempt to do any automatic downloads of official firmware or anything else. You're going to do that over the USB in just a moment. Press the circle button to go back one level in the menus. From here, press the circle button again to go back one more level in the menus. You'll be back at the main settings menu. Use the D-pad to scroll up through the menu choices until you see one that says System Software Update. Then select it with the X button to continue. You'll get a confirmation message that it wants to install version 7.55 of the official firmware. Select Next with the X button to continue. You'll get a notification that your console will restart and install the update. Select Update to continue. Just be aware that you cannot downgrade your system once you do a system firmware update. Your system will automatically restart and complete the upgrade. Back at the PlayStation 4 main menu, let's just make sure the system update went to plan. Use the D-pad to scroll up to the navigation ribbon at the top, scroll over to Settings, and select Settings with the X button. At the Settings main menu, use the D-pad to navigate down toward the bottom to System again. Then select System with the X button to continue. And inside System, the first listing is System Information, select it with the X button. And here you can see the upgrade to 7.55 was successful. Press the circle button to go back to the Settings main menu. Use the D-pad to scroll up one level to Power Save Settings and select it with X. From here, use the D-pad to scroll down to Select Features Available in Rest Mode and select it with X. Make sure that Supply Power to USB ports is set to Always. Press the X button, it pulls up a side menu. Then select Always from the list of choices. This makes sure that your controllers are charging and that you can access USB storage if your system goes into rest mode. Everything else here should be turned off. Just make sure that each of these other choices is unchecked. Once you've confirmed that all of these settings are correct, press the circle button on the controller to go back one level in the menu. Then press the circle button again to go back to the Settings main menu. From here, press the circle button to go back to the PlayStation 4 main menu, and don't forget to either plug in your LAN cable or activate your wireless internet in your PlayStation 4 in your network settings. In the PlayStation 4 menu, navigate to the web browser with a www on it and select it with the X button to launch the web browser. You'll want to do some cleanup and maintenance work before you attempt to jailbreak your PlayStation 4. There are 4 key tasks to complete here. Let's go over them one at a time. Press the Options button on the controller, and you'll load up a side menu of choices. The first thing to do is scroll down with the D-pad to Delete All. Select Delete All with the X button to continue. What you're doing is you're actually just deleting frequently visited websites, which is not necessary. Select it with the X button to delete the frequently visited websites. Now press the Options button again to load up that side menu. Scroll up with the D-pad to Browsing History and select Browsing History with the X button. From here, press the Options button on the controller to pull up a side menu again. The only choice is going to be to clear your browsing history. Select that with the X button and select X for OK to continue. Once this is done, press the circle button to go back. Again, press the Options button on the controller to load the side menu. From here, scroll up until you get to Settings and select Settings with the X button. Let's go over a few things here that are critical to your success. First of all, you don't need cookies, so you can uncheck this if you have it checked already. You do want to enable JavaScript though. Use the D-pad to scroll down and make sure that JavaScript is checked. From here, scroll down to Delete Cookies because you don't need them anyway. Select it with the X button, and you'll be presented with the option to clear out the cookies. Select OK to delete any cookies saved on the machine. Now use the D-pad to scroll down to Clear Website Data. Select this with the X button, and when prompted, select OK with the X button to confirm. The point of all of this is to clear out any excess junk out of your browser to give the jailbreak process the best chance for success. Now press circle to go back to the main section of your web browser. Use the D-pad to scroll up until you get to the web address section and press X. Alright, stop the music here for a moment. I've tested several different websites hosting exploits, and I found that this one actually has had the best success with the PlayStation 4 Pro that I'm featuring in this video. I've got this site linked for you in the description below. I also want to mention that PS4 jailbreaking is based around web exploits. It's an exact science, but it's also an imperfect one, so you can expect some challenges along the way. I also want to mention there are 2 different ways on this website that you can initiate homebrew content on your PlayStation 4. The first one is Mira, which is very well known. The other is GoldHen. Both of these are homebrew enablers, and both of them will empower your PlayStation 4 to install package files and run homebrew content. For this example, I'm going to use GoldHen. I had better success running GoldHen on this particular PlayStation 4 Pro. Use the left thumbstick on the controller to move the arrow to the exploit of your choice and select it with the X button to launch it. I'm going to leave this running in real time for just a moment because I want to show you that this is in fact an imperfect process. What happens is, a lot of times when you run an exploit, you're going to get these messages that say out of memory error. Just keep pressing the X button through the out of memory error messages. I'm continuing to show this in real time because I don't want you to get discouraged if you see several of these out of memory error messages and think that this process has failed you. You just have to stick to the process and you'll find that eventually it will in fact run the exploit. In this case, it actually had 3 different out of memory error messages before it finally started initializing the exploit, as you can see right here. This initialization process can take around 20 or 30 seconds to load up into your system and begin the exploit process. Once it's done, you'll get a confirmation message that you're all set. But don't stop here, because there are 2 important processes you need to take care of. One is to make sure that no future updates are installed that stop your system from being jailbroken, and the other is to stop your browser from constantly trying to go back to its history, which means as soon as you click OK, or anytime you reopen the web browser, it's going to try to go right back and run the exploit all over again, even if it's already running. First things first though, let's just make sure that the exploit took place on your PS4. Press circle to go back to the cross media bar main menu. Use the D-pad to move up, and then scroll over to the right until you get to Settings, and select Settings with the X button. Inside Settings, use the D-pad to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list. If you see Debug Settings at the bottom of the list, then the jailbreak was successful. Back at the PS4 web browser, let's fix the problem where it chronically tries to go back to your history and rerun things that have already been run. Use the left analog stick to move the cursor down to History Blocker and select it with the X button to launch the exploit. Just like with the jailbreak exploit, you can expect to see a few of these out of memory errors. Just press the X button through each of them. Just like with the jailbreak exploit, it will take care of some key code it needs, and you'll get a pop-up message that you're all set. After a few of these pop-ups, you'll get a notification that the history blocker has been enabled. Back at the PS4 exploit site, let's make sure that your jailbreakable PS4 firmware does not get overwritten by an official Sony firmware. Here's how that's done. Use the left analog stick to move the cursor down to Disable Updates, and then select it with the X button. Let the website do its magic, allow the exploit to load the code that it needs, and you'll be presented once again with the You're All Set pop-up message. This process will stop any unintended updates from being installed to your system, and to reverse it, you can just go back and enable updates and you'll be able to install official firmware updates to your liking. Now that you've got your PS4 jailbroken, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do. Check out this video here, shown on screen and linked in the pinned comment and description below for more great PlayStation 4 jailbreak content. See you over there.